Our female main character, Aurea, is a bit of a rebel. She is burdened with a very, very harsh destiny that she needs to accept, but is not ready to. To her, her entire life has been a prison, and now she is unhappily married to a dark magus named Devious, who treats her very, very badly. Her former fiancé was Ian, who is a chef. Book 1 will be about Aurea's journey of finding her soulmate, of finding out who it could be. There are 3 major suspects, which are of course number 1, her husband, which the Golden Heart already recognized to be her soulmate. Then there is number 2, Ian, the chef that she had fallen in love with, her first real love that she had ever experienced. Then there is Jaima, this kind of character that is always in the background, that has something to do with her, but no one really knows what it is. But he keeps protecting her, he keeps watching out for her, and she has no idea why the god of air cares about her so much. And it's going to be interesting to reveal it to you guys. Who could her soulmate possibly be? Her true soulmate? Is it Devious, as the Golden Heart says? Is it Ian? Is it Jawa? Does a thing as a soulmate actually exist in the first place? That is what book 1 will deal with. Look forward to it. So I thought I'd read a part for you that is entirely focused on Aurea. Book 1, Strength of Love. Chapter 2, Departure. I can't stay, said Aurea, and she didn't want to. She feared the everlasting. Every fibre of her body longed for the outland, the distance. But she hated hurting her mother, and therefore avoided looking at her. For a moment, her mother's green eyes turned blue like Ian's, making her think of the morning he left her. Her knees went weak. She could hardly breathe. Aurea! Aurea! A familiar voice called. Aurea played nervously with her engagement ring. You still have it, her sister Notin realized. Aurea hid the ring in a bag attached to her golden belt. It's none of your business, she replied. I need to go. She turned around, leaving the house in a rush. The rain was pounding mercilessly on her bare arms and reminded her that she had forgotten her cotton robe in the house. Yet she didn't turn back any more. No matter how much the cold was torturing her, it was time to go. Certainly she was plagued by fear and doubt about what she was going to do, but anything seemed better at the time than staying somewhere. Tomorrow night she would already be far away from this place. Her steps accelerated the closer she got. Full of anticipation, she could smell the ocean, hear the crew shout. Soon the ship was in sight, the huge white ship, which was decorated with golden letters. The word Aurea was visible on the bow, though not as shiny as in sunny weather. The ship was named after her. She wondered whether this trip was going to be a nightmare. However, she told herself anything was better than staying. Even if she wanted to stay here, she had no choice. She needed to fulfill her duty, because without her, the world was lost. Insecurely, she walked up the ship's ramp. The people she passed bowed before her, getting out of her way. Queen Aurea? She heard a woman's low voice. They all respected her, because her husband's wrath didn't leave them any other option. Every time she saw the magus of darkness, she felt threatened. Aurea's past was shaped by darkness, pain, loneliness. and breaches of trust. A person capable of controlling the dark could not be confided in. She had been forced to marry him, and despised him. Hated having him accompany her during the travel, but it was even worse being in the palace with him, locked in, isolated from the rest of the world. Her childhood had already been a prison. Now she needed to go through this a second time. She didn't want to think about her past now, especially not her childhood. She made herself picture something else while leaning against the railing. The wind gently tickled her face as though it was trying to cheer her up, unsuccessfully. Aurea played with the engagement ring she was so carefully hiding from her husband. Without it, she wouldn't go anywhere. It sure was an ugly thing. Actually, she didn't like it at all. Yellow wasn't exactly one of her favorite colors, and it shone so brightly in the most awful shade of yellow one could imagine. It wasn't even heart-shaped, like she had wished for. It was rectangular and huge, covering her entire finger. Not that her fingers were long. They were very petite. The ring didn't fit to her, and still she was holding on to it, loving it like the man she had never gotten to marry, and remembering the day she received it only too well. Her hand approached the talisman around her neck. That was the first part of chapter 2 of book 1. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're looking forward to more. Love you. Bye.